you guys were the first people to apply right after Tet holiday.
This is like war zone.
If you come to Southeast Asia, it's definitely a little bit of a casino thing.
Let's be real, like the vaccination, okay, it started,
Right.
but it's slow.
Yo, it's the Hicks and Gracie of Expat Relocation Services. The homeboy here from Norway, from Oslo?
From Oslo.
All right. He just got to Vietnam. He's just been through a ridiculous journey. We're going to talk about it. All right, so you've been in Vietnam now how long?
Well, a month now after quarantine.
Quarantine started at 2 weeks and then it turned into...
It turned into like first 2 weeks and then 3 weeks and then a month almost.
Wow.
28 days.
But it was some of that was at home.
Yeah, like I got out and then I was free for like 3 days and then I got called in, had to take a new test. So during that time I had to isolate myself at home, but what they told me was that you can still go out and take food.
Okay.
And then if you want to go anywhere like important, just notice them or the police, and then pretty much just stay like inside and stay safe.
And stay safe. And they didn't hound you too much. It was pretty...
No, nothing at all. And actually they was pretty like respectful towards it, because I was like calling like, can I bring people in?
Yeah, sure.
This and that. Can my girlfriend maybe like this and that family?
Right.
And then like they was like, yeah, as long as you know you don't go to crowded places.
Oh, cool. So it wasn't too bad. It was pretty okay.
Very like okay experience. It's just like you have to stay in.
Right.
But like it is what it is, right? Because the situation.
You were in for 2 weeks in the actual hotel,
Yeah.
but the 2 weeks that were extended were at home.
Yeah, we're home isolated.
Okay, that's better because now it's 3 weeks in the hotel.
Yeah, and then 7 days.
Yeah, and then
isolated.
7 days isolating.
So I got lucky.
You did. You guys were right on the cusp, but that whole situation was crazy. Like you guys were the first people to apply right after Tet holiday.
Yeah.
And everything was very similar to how things are at the moment, just not as crazy as they are at the moment. It was definitely bad, but it wasn't like this.
No, this is like war zone.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. My experience has been that waiting, it just never seems to get better.
No, like for sure, like from my own experience, the more you wait, the more it's just gonna drag out, because you have to be like real about the situation. And with new variants and stuff, the country will close down. Like
Yeah, all bets are off.
And to be honest, like Vietnam is not waiting for you.
No.
Exactly. So Vietnam is just waiting for the outside to get vaccinated.
Right.
And then they will maybe open up. So like if you have the chance, just grab it.
I feel the same. I feel the same because since you guys came in, it's gotten, at the time when you guys came in, I was stressed.
Yeah.
Because I was like, this is tough, man. We're trying to navigate. We had to deal with these agents in the north. Agents in the south weren't able to help them. The situation was crazy. And now I feel really sorry for the people that are trying to come in right now. Like, I hope that this gets better.
I hope so too, like for everyone's sakes,
And for Vietnam too, because like, I mean, the tourist money it's just going to help. It's going to be good. Like, it's going to be good for everyone here too, like people obviously want to come here and they're willing to pay a lot of money to come here. So like, that means once there is like a pathway to come back, like where it's not that expensive, I really think that Vietnam's going to be the spot for the next like 1 to 3 years. This is going to be the place to be.
Yeah, with like the current situation how Asia is, I know for sure Vietnam is the hotspot. Like,
it is.
Because the other country is just, regressing in a way.
Well, with this recent outbreak, it's pretty gnarly. We'll talk about that when we get back. It's the B.A. Baracus of speakering the Englishes.
I ain't going no airport, Hannibal.
So, yeah, we got the homie from Norway. We're talking about how some of the other countries surrounding Vietnam definitely are struggling with this outbreak, like really struggling with this outbreak. The good news is numbers in Cambodia have gone down. It seems like they're doing a good job getting the population vaccinated. Expats I know have gotten the vaccine.
That's good.
Yeah, that's good. That's a long ways off here. So I guess it's understandable that Vietnam doesn't really want to fuck around with like just who's coming in right now, because
Of course, I mean, like I understand in a way that you have to protect, and and the health system here is not like the greatest either. So if a case explodes, it's gonna be
it's
everywhere.
done. It's a problem.
Exactly. So you have to look it from like a different point of view.
Sure.
So you just have to like.
And they made it this far.
Exactly. And
They made it this far, and it's almost over.
Almost over.
You know?
So just might as well do it the proper way until it's.
Yeah. Why play games? Listen, I don't blame them. I don't love the situation, but I don't blame them. I get it, and I just advise you guys to take it one day at a time. I do find that most of the time things seem to work out okay in Vietnam.
Yeah.
I mean, usually
From what I've seen so far, yeah, like everything will solve. It's just like waves, Like
Yeah.
it's like up, down, and everything will be fine eventually.
it's a little bit like a casino when you're trying to come out and do things in these countries, guys. Like, if you're coming to Southeast Asia, it's definitely a little bit of a casino thing. Like, some people are gonna hit and they're gonna make a lot of money, and some people are gonna end up addicted to heroin in a fucking alley somewhere. So, it's if you want stable, apply to Norway. Sweden, they're a pretty stable country. I know they have their little demographic problems, I guess, but for the most part, they're part of a Western European democracy. You like rules and you want things to work,
I guess so. I mean,
But for me, I don't know. Like, I've been successful here. Probably statistically, I think it's unlikely that you're going to have a problem, but I guess all bets are off,
I think Vietnam is like a great place for opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely.
A fresh start,
You can make a lot of money here if you have a good idea. And the people are cool. They get behind good ideas. They're very industrious. Like, people seek you out to figure out how you can make money together. That's something I think is really amazing about Vietnam. So even with all these problems, guys, ultimately, you're going to have more opportunities here than you would in a lot of other places.
For sure.
So I know it's a little crazy, but if you're thinking of coming, and he's on the same page with me with this, waiting is not necessarily going to make things better. Maybe, what do you think? How much time do you think we got left on this pandemic? I know there's no way to say, but
for me, honestly, like I knew as soon as it started, and I knew how the situation is not gonna get over until next year, maybe next summer.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah, maybe even 2 years, because let's be real, like the vaccination, okay, it started,
right?
but it's slow,
and they don't have many yet,
and it's like affects to them too.
It's not even a third of the population. I don't
exactly.
think.
So like things takes time, So if you have a chance. Like the window, take it ASAP.
Yeah, I have to agree, because I think it's only going to get more difficult, more complicated. I mean, there's always going to be a way, but we'll figure it out. So we had to take you guys from one agent to a different agent. The first agent he was doing the right thing in terms of the documents, but he was just horrible to deal with.
Yeah, it was everything was fine. It was just the service,
the
communication was lackluster.
There was no communication. He drove me mental. I had to text him 30, 40 fucking times a day to get him to reply to people. And then our really good agent came back, and you guys jumped on that.
Yeah.
And how was that experience?
Very good. Like, probably like the best I've had so far.
Nice.
In terms, very respectful. Like,
she's good, bro.
Very good. Like, I respect her a lot, and she still, like, helped me to today.
And she's honest, and she was the first one who kind of told me that all this stuff was gonna start happening, and just to, just try to protect people. She's one of those people who tries to protect people, and I say that's so hard to come by with visa agents, man.
Of course, because everyone is like doing. At the end of the day, it's a business, but like, you still want a form of like honesty.
Well, I mean, yeah, like just I don't know. You can do something in a certain way and still do it in a good way.
Of course, there's many ways.
Yeah. It is what it is. But like I said, overall, you know, I think it's worth it. Do you? You think it's worth the challenges of coming in, the ups and downs you faced, some of the...
Of course, like, I mean, I knew when I started it will be like up and down, up and down. It would never be like a normal run because of the current situation.
Yeah, sure.
But you need to trust the people you like working with you, the agent. You need to trust yourself that everything will be fine.
Okay, bro. Thank you.
Of course. Man. And then, like, eventually, I'm here sitting.
Yeah, and it worked.
Yeah,
it was a little hectic, but we got through it.
But that's part of life, you know.
And that's what I'm here for, guys. Like, you're not buying something on Amazon. I'm helping you navigate a fucking complicated situation. And with him and with the guys who came in with him at the time, they had gotten denied, then we had to reapply. And, you know, they could have panicked, you could have panicked.
Exactly.
But he just stuck with it and it worked. Sometimes it takes a couple runs. Sometimes things don't always work the first time here. But you probably are going to be okay as long as you have the determination to get into Vietnam, or to get what you want to get accomplished while you're here. You can probably do it here. I really think that this is the land of opportunity in a lot of ways.
Of course, because like there's just a new, like it's still a country in development. So everything is up.
Development.
Everything is up for the taking if you just want it enough.
Yeah, you just have to have the right idea, and you have to be willing to navigate what can be at times a very stressful and unpredictable situation. And, you know, try to just come out on top of it every time.
Of course, you gotta keep the head high and be positive about it.
You know the water in Vietnam? Have you been to the beach yet? Near Vung Tau or Moi
Yeah,
Mae?
for sure.
It's choppy and crazy.
Yeah.
I think that's a little bit like how it is here. I think the ocean sort of reflects it. Like, it's fun as long as you can keep swimming.
Yeah, you just gotta ride the wave, right? But
yeah.
You can, you know?
And the currents are strong, but if you can keep your head above water, it's fun. Yo, it's the old DB of the language learning business, relocation services, the bouncing baby Jesus of English teachering.
When I came out my mother's womb, I was on welfare. You know what I'm saying?
We got the homie from Oslo. Oslo's a beautiful city.
Very.
I was joking with him before, but he's been breathing that clean Norwegian air. That he's going to be so fucking sick here. In the first 3 to 6 months, it's going to be rough. But all jokes aside, let's talk about the sick that everybody's worried about, the big sick, right? So you had 2 weeks in the hotel, then you had 2 weeks at home. What was the process like in terms of dealing with the government? You said they were cool, which is great.
Yeah, like in terms of like in quarantine, everything was cool. My hotel was very cool about it. Like I was quarantined in Tongyo, so it's quite far away, so I couldn't like order anything. But they did like most of it for me.
Cool.
And then when I got sick, because when I actually got sick in the quarantine, they also provided me with like medicine and stuff. So
cool.
So and then when I got out, the day I got out, they were really quick about just letting me go. Like, okay, here's your paper. You're the first one to go. 7 a.m.
Wow.
And then smooth sailing.
And did you have to interact with the authorities, or everything was done through the hotel?
Everything was done through the hotel, and then everything was fine because like everything was already arranged.
Okay.
And then done.
Cool.
So like nothing problem came out of it.
So you're happy with everything that we were able to set up with our agent, the hotel, everything was good.
Yeah.
He said the customer service was really good. Do you want to shout the name of the hotel?
Yeah, hotel is Motel. I'm not even remembering.
Okay.
But it's in Ganyo.
Okay, so it's far. It's a little far.
But it's like it's okay. Everything is fine. I got a very good room.
Right.
Like maybe too big for me even.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's kind of good though.
Yeah.
That, you know, you can at least run back and forth.
Yeah. At least that, and then I mean for me at least I eat a lot, so they had a 3 meal only thing, but then you can always order more.
Oh, that was cool. That's cool.
So yeah, on that part, I probably order like 6 meals a day.
Oh, that's awesome. So then when you get home, what did you have to do? You had to do additional tests, and how did you arrange those tests?
So when I got home, like they the hotel just told me you're okay, nothing was done. That was when the time where like okay, you did the test the day prior you got out,
Right.
and then you're free.
Okay.
So I got home, I checked in with my my hotel. I told
Sure.
them I'm coming out of quarantine. Is everything okay? And then my host said yeah, everything's fine. You just go and take your room.
Right.
So then I was outside doing my stuff couple days, and then I got called in by the medical center
Okay.
at my place. So it's just like yeah, you come in because you need to declare.
Okay, cool.
So I went declare, and then she told me okay, so given the current situation, you have to quarantine a little bit more. You have
Okay.
taken a new test, but you're very lucky because if you were in quarantine right now in the hotel, then you're
Right.
stuck in 1 more week.
One more week, yeah, you
And
just
then-
missed it.
Yeah, so like I was very lucky. Like,
Bro, that's fucking...
on time.
right. Oh,
Like
man.
on time, like really lucky. I was like very
Whoa.
just like whew.
By like a day.
And then she was like yeah, just try to be careful, isolate yourself until you're taking the new test because I was
Okay.
planning to fly to Hanoi even.
Yeah, right, because that's where your lady is.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
And then she
yeah.
was like, yeah, you can fly after you taking the test. Everything was fine. So they were like really cool about me.
Cool.
Yeah. And she even told me like, if it's anything, just call me. I will handle everything for you. So I did actually call her a lot, even the day when I took the test because I couldn't even find the station.
Right, sure, I bet. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
complicated. The address system here can be confusing.
Very, but like they guided me through it. I took the test. Everything was fine.
I mean, guys, what else? I mean, I understand it's hectic, it's crazy, it's expensive, a little bit unpredictable, but they're not abusing him. They treated you well coming in. I mean,
I just think that if you show them that you're willing to follow the rule, you're willing to care about the people.
they have a lot of people who don't follow the fucking rules.
That's the thing. So you just gotta
And this is where we're having all these problems because they're like, how did this Korean guy interact with this Indian guy when they were both supposed to be in quarantine? You know what I mean? Like, how is these cases happening? So it's kind of understandable that everything's a little bit crazy right now, So he got in before it got weird like this. We thought it was weird what you guys were dealing with. We're like, damn, this is horrible. And I don't know, it just got more crazy. But overall, you think it was worth it?
very worth it. Like honestly, even the quarantine experience was a new experience for me.
Cool.
Because like it's a new challenge because you're in the room, but you get to think different things.
Sure.
And then when you get out, you actually enjoy stuff more. Because,
Right.
Because like the whole journey is behind, and it's a new.
Yeah, that's
thinking
right.
way. Yeah.
And you can really focus on like yourself. You can figure out shit for your business, your future.
Exactly. It's not like horrible. The quarantine is not.
It's not. Yours was cool.
Yeah, I was really fine with it actually.
Oh.
I slept a lot, woke up, saw TVs.
Oh, that's not bad, man. So, were we helpful through it?
Very like honestly,
Thanks, man.
because like even when the process was getting like tricky because I got denied and stuff.
Yeah.
You remember I texted you a lot. I was
Oh, yeah, of course.
worried, but like I stuck it through and you comforted me.
That's what I'm here to do, guys. I mean, listen. He had a problem. We got it solved.
That's the thing.
What
more can you ask for?
Yeah, it took a little bit of fucking, but we got it worked out, and I really feel like that's all you really can do, And I think it's being really disingenuous when people promise things here. Like this is how a lot of these guys, you see them in the groups, they're getting scammed, because they're working with people who are just not being upfront with them.
I think so too.
And they think they're undertaking something that they're not undertaking. Whereas if you're just upfront with people, I feel like people are big boys, big girls. Like ultimately they're going to decide what works for them, Like you had to decide if this was worth it for you. So I don't know. I don't offer like, what would you call it? Like fairy tales and
I would call it like
sprinkles.
Maybe, fairy tale with like
moonbeams.
Narnia, tricky door opening, but it's not like that's the real world, Like you have to decide what you want, and you just have to stick with it, and you gather the information you want.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, who's there to blame and yourself?
I mean, all I've ever tried to do with this is just help people navigate a situation that's complicated, because I've been there. I've been in a spot where I don't know what the hell I'm getting myself into. And I remember when we were first looking at going to China, oh man, bro, I did so much online research, and even all that, it was so hard to get a clear picture of what was really happening. And I felt like that's what was missing. You need somebody who can kind of demystify.
For sure, like I mean, like how can I know the situation in Vietnam when I'm in Norway? It's always helpful to have you to be my man,
bro,
in the field.
Thank you, bro.
Of course.
I'm happy he made it. I'm happy he's gonna get to be with his old lady. It's gonna be good. Vietnam is a great place to be. Everything's a little bit bugged out. Just take a deep breath. This too shall pass, right? Things are gonna get better.
Of course, always.
The vaccine's coming. It's slow, but it's coming. The neighboring countries are vaccinating. It ain't gonna be over for a while, but I do feel like at least we're near the end.
It's better than the beginning, for sure.
It's better than the beginning. It's not Narnia anymore.
Brush your face and wash your teeth, son.
Hey, what's up? I'm D from Canada. Hook up with the New York Nomad if you want a smooth ride into Vietnam or any Southeast Asian countries.
Hey, my name is Aaron. Get in contact with the New York Nomads. If you want to get into Vietnam, hit them up. They'll get you in securely and professionally.
Yo, this is Uncle Hollywood. I'm telling you right now, the New York Nomad got me a job. He's legit. Hit him up. Check him out.
New York Nomad set me up in Vietnam.
Yo, my man got me a job. Come to Vietnam.
Hey, what's up, guys? You thinking about coming to Vietnam? You're not sure where to start. You've heard a lot of things online. You don't know what's true. You don't know what's not. We offer a consulting service where we help you get on your feet in Vietnam. We give you advice on negotiating contracts with employers. We help you with real estate agents, visa agents that are reliable and that you can trust. We help you get started in this amazing country and get on your feet. We help you get into different opportunities that might be more difficult for you if you were just landing in the country on your own. And we help you avoid a lot of the pitfalls and problems that you could have as a newcomer here. We provide you with reliable job recruiters, visa agents, real estate agents, and advice. If you guys are thinking about coming to Vietnam, hit us up for a consultation. We'll help you get started, help you get on your feet, and hopefully you'll love Vietnam as much as we do. Are you thinking of living, working, or investing in Thailand? Thailand is an amazing country that's more open than it has ever been before. They're a country that's looking into the future and doing some really radical things. It's an amazing time to be in Thailand, and there is a tremendous amount of opportunities for somebody who has an open mind. Who you deal with in Thailand will determine your experience to a great extent. If you do business with the wrong people, you can end up losing money and even in legal trouble. We have the contacts that you need to help you get on your feet in this amazing country and avoid all kinds of drama and problems that could come about by doing business with the wrong people. If you're interested in investing, working, employment, contacts for visas, contacts for housing, contacts for real estate, we got you covered.